writing Tales of Toronto, the rise and fall of Top Gunna.
Where another major search is underway. It's a manhunt for those responsible for wounding two sisters aged 5 and 9 in a playground of a housing complex.
Bam, 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 like 8 in a row. I thought it was something like a firecracker or something.
Well, it turns out he is a popular Toronto rapper.
But I hear you got a few tracks you're sending the shot. What's going on? Like,
don't talk about that out there. Tiquan's on the balcony acting like it's American Idol, bro. You know what I told him?
Top Gunna, a popular Toronto rapper, real name Tiquan Robertson, and he is a very wanted man.
Dreams worth money, nightmares is frightening. Walked out the box, can't believe I'm living life again. Loyalty to hoes is at the no, I ain't wiping them. Now I'm getting cake with the motherfucking icing in. Look at all the sights I'm in. The game needs tightening. My flow is...
On a warm June afternoon in 2018, the sounds of children's laughter echoed through a Scarborough playground until gunfire shattered the peace in an instant. In a tragic twist of fate, 3 young sisters, just 5, 7, and 9 years old, were caught in the crossfire, their innocent playtime turning into a nightmare. Though the intended target escaped unharmed, the bullets left deep wounds, not just in the victims, but in an entire community shaken to its core.
These innocent 2 little kids being shot in the streets of Toronto? What's the city coming to?
At the heart of this shocking act was Tiquan Robertson, a rising rapper whose name would soon become synonymous with Toronto's growing wave of gun violence. This is the story of Top Gunna. Top Gunna is a rapper from Toronto whose razor-sharp lyrics and distinctive flow have earned him a solid reputation in the city's underground rap scene. His talent has not only impressed local rap enthusiasts, but also caught the attention of none other than Drake, an undeniable cosign from one of the biggest names in the game.
I can't let these niggas get a hold of what they want from me. Glizzy Bop on any side who tryna come for me.
Champagne got me loopy. Glizzy Bob looking groovy. All the demons looking moody. All the demons
That's what he meant? But I ain't even... Wow. He meant... Wow, hold on.
From me. Glizzy Bop on any side who tryna come for me.
Champagne got me loopy. Glizzy Bob looking groovy. All the demons looking moody. All the demons looking moody.
Born in Scarborough, Top Gunna, originally nicknamed Choppa, spent his formative years in Gilder, a tough neighborhood located at the corner of Midland and Eglinton. His family later moved to Ajax when he was in the 3rd grade, and he stayed until grade 10. However, his teenage years were marked by constant movement, frequently relocating throughout the city, a lifestyle that would later shape his music and perspective. Top Gunna's rap journey took flight in 2011 when he linked up with a couple friends in Dungeon, an iconic East End studio that served as a proving ground for the city's most promising artists.
Hat over the hoodie?
Just a recording space, Dungeon was a rite of passage, a place where only the realest rappers could earn their stripes. Some even said, if you weren't rapping in Dungeon, you couldn't call yourself a real rapper.
These niggas smiling, they be acting like they hold it down. Don't wanna be the target out the window, but we roll it down.
It was in these very walls that Top Gunna laid down his first track, marking the beginning of a relentless grind. His raw lyricism and razor-sharp delivery quickly turned heads, securing him a place among Toronto's underground elite. It was this undeniable talent that also caught the attention of Toronto rap legend Sam G, who saw his potential and gave him the name that would define his legacy, Top Gunna. As his reputation grew, so did his list of collaborations. He became a familiar face in the background of countless music videos, ciphers, and freestyle sessions that highlighted some of Toronto's hottest rising stars. Among them was Honcho Hoodlum, a name that carried weight in the city's underground rap scene back in 2010.
My jacket's Prada, my jeans are Gucci, the straps are Llama, your girls are groupie.
Hailing from Malvern, one of Toronto's most notorious neighborhoods, Honcho Hoodlum carved out a name for himself with his raw storytelling and unfiltered street narratives. Backed by his rap collective, Hood Hustle, which features notable names like Trizzy and Shine, their authentic depictions of trap culture in Toronto resonated with
he has a Montreal hat.
Those who lived it. Top Gunna made the most of his time around the Hood Hustle crew, soaking up their knowledge and refining his craft. He steadied their style, sharpened his flow, and by 2012, he was ready to make his mark.
Liquidate a bomb, chopper get to the defuse and I'm human. Spit stupid, no love, who's Cupid? 2 blickers, one loud, one whisper. Shoot this.
Two blickies or two blickers? Either ways, GG's in the chat. Oh my goodness. Two blickies? Come on, brother. It's okay.
This is shit nuts, no Snickers.
He joined the rap collective Don't Get Close, a crew that featured heavy hitters like Ronnie, who at this point was the face of the city's underground rap scene. Don't Get Close freestyle marked Top Gunna's debut with the DGC Rap Collective, and he wasted no time making an impression. From the moment he stepped on the track, his raw lyricism and effortless flow stood out, proving he was more than just another name in Toronto's underground scene. From 2012 to 2018, Top Gunna stayed relentless, dropping track after track and proving his staying power. His dedication culminated in a mixtape titled ISO 2 and a 16-track deluxe version, further solidifying his reputation as a lyrical heavyweight. 2018 was arguably his biggest year yet. He kicked things off with Birdie, a hard-hitting track that quickly gained traction.
Out of town, we up, down. Man, see up, we run that up, down. G19 with 17 rounds. DIE in heaven, these clowns.
With his signature flow and sharp wordplay, Birdie showcased TG's ability to craft street anthems that resonated with fans, making it one of his most memorable releases. With over 200,000 views and counting, the track put the spotlight on the aspiring rapper, raising expectations for an even harder-hitting follow-up. But he didn't flinch under pressure. Just 1 month later, he delivered Glizzy Bop, proving once again that he was built for this.
Don't get close, don't get close, don't get close. My nigga did the race, I ran with him, it's a relay. Got about 3 money making kitties running prepaids. Switching locations, you can never know where we stay. You talking funny money if my money on a delay. I am the sport, call me EA.
Probably my favorite
I am
song
the
from
sport,
the
call
rapper.
me
Glizzy Bop pulls you in
Sports.
with its bouncy yet menacing beat, setting the stage for his sharp delivery and effortless flow. The hook is simple but infectious, the kind of thing that sticks in your head after just one listen. Overall, Glizzy Bop is a straight-up banger, perfect for anyone who loves raw, street-heavy Toronto rap. As of the making of this video, the song has garnered over 1 million views on YouTube, making it his most successful record to date. With multiple hit singles now under his belt, Top Gunna was making a name for himself at a rapid pace. To cap it off, he landed his first ever interview with We Love Hip Hop, a popular Toronto-based YouTube channel known for its in-depth conversations with the city's rising artists and influential figures. In the interview, Top Gunna delves into his journey within Toronto's underground rap scene. He reflects on his early influences, notably his collaboration with Sam G at Dungeon Studio, which played a pivotal role in shaping his musical career. He also highlights the importance of authenticity in his music, aiming to represent the realities of his community and experiences.
So so speaking on links, how did the Don't Get Close, how did you guys link? Like, how did you end up getting
in the studio one day? I was with Sam G in Dungeon. One thing about him, he's on top. He's always like,
well,
for
you
the music.
can tell
He's
by
like,
his releases that he's constantly working.
He's sick with it.
The interview was going smoothly until things took a slightly awkward turn when hosts Friday and PK Herx asked Top Gunna for his thoughts on rap feuds, asking if any of his bars were directed at specific rivals. Keeping his cool, he skillfully dodged the question, hinting that street politics stay in the streets.
As a former rapper, you know what I mean, I've fucking been writing and I've sent shots. But I hear you got a few tracks you're sending shots. What's going on? Like,
what's going on?
Who and why did the shots begin sent?
Don't talk about that out there.
No,
it's like it's all for the streets, right?
You don't want to talk about it, that's fine. You can go and move on.
It's all
to
for the
something else.
streets.
Definitely move on.
Still, he didn't completely deny it, suggesting that while he might not name names, there's always truth behind his lyrics.
You know, it is what it is.
No, that's factual.
Well, I just appreciate hearing good music
Like
at the end of the day.
what you hear is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know, it is what it is. That's all.
Okay, alright.
Top Gunna was understandably evasive because, like many rappers entrenched in Toronto's street politics, he found himself caught up in conflicts that spilled beyond music. In his case, however, the conflict was not only inherited, but it involved a now former friend. According to Ronnie, Tensions between the Don't Get Close crew and Honcho Hoodlum started in 2013 when Ronnie was celebrating the birthday of one of his parents with some friends and family. Honcho Hoodlum and a few Hood Hustle members were also in attendance. What should have been a night of celebration turned sour after someone spilled a beer on an unknown Hood Hustle member. That's when Honcho stepped in, but instead of confronting the person responsible, he pressed one of Ronnie's friends, who had nothing to do with it. Feeling disrespected, Ronnie's friend snapped, kicking Honcho Hoodlum in the chest and sending him crashing over a table. From that moment on, Honcho Hoodlum felt betrayed. He believed Ronnie should have stepped in to back him up, and when that didn't happen, the bond between them was broken beyond repair.
I met this guy in like 2013, 14. You know what I'm saying? Came to my house, my actual house. You know what I'm saying? With clips in these. They made a track or whatever. Double M Marksman, HH, whatever. And then bang, it was a barbecue. It was my dude's birthday. You know what I'm saying? There was a barbecue outside. His tried to act crazy and spilled the beer on him. You know what I'm saying? And then this fucking rat hoodlum went and he tried to be like, oh, watch you're spilling that. And it wasn't even him. Man, I said, yo, who are you? Just kicked him right over the table. I swear to God on my life. Everybody was there. We all knew. And then he just stood there and did nothing. He did nothing, bro. Him and Shine, they went, they stood by the garbage, they stood there for 10 minutes crying, saying, how do you guys bring me to your hood and let a man kick me in the chest, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's so bad. It's like you have to come on the internet to act crazy just so people can not remember all the fuck.
This fallout marked the beginning of Honcho Hoodlum's beef with Ronnie and the Don't Get Close crew. The feud would only grow deeper with time as members on both sides would antagonize each other on songs and social media throughout the years.
Man, them HH niggas stuck up on some goofy shit. They boss man, block jumping like we're crewing.
Does anyone know the guys that slapped his son? Because
This guy's a waste you.
Let's find those guys.
Bro,
that's idiot.
You're a waste
I'm just
you,
saying
my
that's the
nigga.
idiot.
Listen, you got kicked, you got boxed, your son got boxed, your son got boxed. No, oh my God, this guy's a waste.
Oh my God, am I lying?
This brings us to June 14th, 2018, the day after TG's interview. Early in the morning, Honcho Hoodlum started an Instagram live stream and started clowning his former friend. He shares a story about a time when TG was at his apartment, chilling on the balcony with a few friends. Out of nowhere, TG started freestyling, trying to impress the group, but instead of hyping him up, Hoodlum wasn't feeling it at all. Laughing, he said,
Yeah, I brought T-Quan and the next little man over. Yo, T-Quan's on the, yo, T-Quan's on the balcony acting like it's American Idol, bro. He's doing the dishes like it's American Idol, man. He wants to get down with the gang.
According to Hoodlum, Top Gunna wanted to get down with the gang. Hoodlum's response?
You know what I told him? You can't join this HA shit, man.
Back and forths on social media are nothing new in Toronto's underground rap scene. But what happened just hours after that live stream made one thing clear. Top Gunna took it personally and was out for revenge.
Oh. None of the following footage shows anyone being hurt.
It was a sunny afternoon on June 14th, 2018, when Stacey King decided to let her 3 young daughters go to the local playground to play with their friends. The park, filled with 11 children from the Alton Towers Circle neighborhood, was just a few steps away from King's townhouse unit and allowed for her to keep a watchful eye on her children. Several minutes later, 3 men, Sheldon Aria, Tariq Roden, and Top Gunna, can be seen on camera arriving in a black Nissan Versa driven by Aria and cruising past a playground at the townhouse complex. Moments later, they circled the area 2 more times, then parked the vehicle a few meters away from the playground. This was intentional. You see, the 3 men, armed with handguns, arrived with a chilling purpose, to target a man who can be seen playing with his kids in the playground. That man is Clinton McDonald, better known as Trizzy, a Hood Hustle member and close associate of Honcho Hoodlum. Within moments, the peaceful playground would become the scene of one of the most shocking acts of gun violence in Toronto's history. Surveillance
History.
footage
During the lunch hour, leaving at least 9 dead and another 16 injured.
Toronto police are investigating. It's the
16.
third shooting in 3 straight nights. In all the cases, the attacks were in heavily populated
Toronto.
areas of the downtown core of the city, and there are no suspects in any of them.
It's been a record-setting
What?
year for crime in the city.
No suspect?
There have been 96 homicides, more than 400 shootings, and more than 500 handgun seizures.
with 2018 marking the deadliest year in Toronto's history, recording a staggering 96 homicides, 51 of which were gun-related. The playground shooting sent shockwaves through the city. The brazen attack not only sparked widespread outrage, but also prompted swift and strong responses from Canadian officials who were under increasing pressure to address the city's rising gun violence.
There have been more than 180 shootings to date in this city, about a tenth of what a city like Chicago has seen so far this year, something the mayor continues to remind us of.
This is a very, very safe city, and I know some people are bothered when I say that.
The head of the Toronto Police
very
Association
safe city.
doesn't buy it.
The safest city in North America. Do I care that compared to Chicago, which is totally out of control with homicides and stuff, that we're better than they are? I don't think that that's the benchmark.
While Canadian officials faced intense scrutiny, the backlash didn't stop there. Hosts of We Love Hip Hop also found themselves under fire after news outlets revealed that they had interviewed Top Gunna less than 24 hours before the shooting. Critics argued that the platform gave visibility to someone involved in a violent crime, questioning the ethics of showcasing individuals with ties to criminal activity. To me, the backlash was completely misguided. The interview happened before the shooting, and there was no clear sign of any looming tension between Top Gunna and Honcho Hoodlum at the time. To make matters worse, news outlets twisted the narrative, falsely implying that the podcast hosts were somehow involved in the heinous crime. This reckless reporting caused unnecessary panic, with family members of the hosts reaching out in distress, fearing they were caught up in something they had nothing to do with.
This is a direct quote from one of my family members.
Yeah.
Oh, I seen you on the TV, but I didn't call 22 tips.
Whoa.
It's not about me.
I can't even laugh.
Like, yo, look and listen to what the commercial, what's going on in the
I
news
can't even
broadcast.
laugh. Yeah.
They're not looking for me.
Yeah.
They weren't looking for us near Friday, but the way that they edited it and put it up there, you think they're looking for all three of us.
It's like you guys had something to do with it.
Exactly.
Right.
In response to the backlash, We Love Hip Hop addressed the controversy, highlighting that the interview was conducted before the shooting and that they could not have predicted Robertson's actions. They also emphasized their role as a platform for storytelling and community dialogue rather than endorsing or glorifying criminal behavior. Back at the scene of the crime, law enforcement wasted no time launching a full-scale investigation to hunt down Tariq Roden, Sheldon Area, and Top Gunna. The case moved fast. Within 24 hours, police traced the black Nissan Versa used in the shooting to a rental agreement
24
under
hours?
TG's name, instantly making him the prime suspect.
Hey.
Digging deeper, they discovered the car
Dexter.
had received a parking ticket at 503 Beecroft Road, the same condo building where Tariq Roden lived. Surveillance footage showed Roden with Top Gunna, placing him directly in the mix. Investigators then analyzed TG's phone records and saw that it pinged at a condo on 25 Town Center Court on the day of the shooting. What they found next was chilling. Security footage captured TG, Roden, and Sheldon Area, leaving the building together just before the shooting, only to return an hour later laughing and smiling. At that moment, Toronto police knew they had their suspects and sprang into action.
Damn. That's how they moving the feds.
The day after the shooting at 11 a.m.,
Them
police
feds
discovered the
moving
getaway
wasi,
vehicle abandoned in Pickering near Liverpool Road and Highway 2. Just hours later, the driver, Sheldon Area, was arrested a short distance away. He was slapped with 7 charges, including discharging a firearm, 2 counts of attempted murder, 2 counts of aggravated assault, possession of cocaine for trafficking, and possession of the proceeds of crime. 2 days later, Toronto police released the photos of Roden and Top Gunna, asking for the public's help in locating them. That strategy seemed to work because 2 months later, on August 22nd, 23-year-old Tariq Roden was captured by Ontario Provincial Police in the Algonquin Highlands at a residence near a small airport. When the dust settled, Roden was facing a staggering 17 charges. With Sheldon Area and Tariq Roden already in custody, Top Gunna was the last man on the run. Determined to track him down, investigators turned to the Technological Crimes Unit, which traced his Instagram login activity. The day after the shooting on June 15th at around 1 p.m., He had accessed his account from an IP address linked to a condo unit at 25 Town Center Court. Surveillance footage later confirmed that Top Gunna, Roden, and Irio were seen leaving the condo at around 1 a.m. on June 16th. With this lead, police obtained a search warrant for the unit, believing it could hold crucial evidence, possibly even the firearm used in the playground shooting. On June 18th, at 7 p.m., officers executed the warrant, storming the condo and arresting a couple inside. The search turned up a fully loaded Taurus handgun equipped with a laser pointer and an overcapacity magazine. Officers also discovered a plastic bag containing 18 rounds of ammunition and a digital scale, items commonly associated with drug trafficking. A deeper search of the bedroom nightstand revealed a second overcapacity magazine loaded with 15 rounds, along with 7 grams of cocaine in separate baggies. Meanwhile, police had also seized Top Gunna's phone from another location. A forensic search of the device uncovered a damning video, footage of him handling 3 handguns, one of which was a black Taurus with a laser pointer, matching the firearm found in the condo. The ammunition in the video was also identical to what was seized. The evidence was stacking up, and it was only a matter of time before the rapper's time on the run came to an end.
The reward for a successful tip leading to Robertson's arrest has now been increased to $75,000. Money police say that is life-changing, and money that can be collected anonymously. Crime Stoppers
$75,000 is not life-changing.
Now launching a campaign to plaster Robertson's photo right across Toronto and Canada. Billboards are being set up, an ad truck will be driving around communities, and there will be a large social media campaign online.
As Toronto police struggled to capture Top Gunna, they decided to raise the stakes. Initially offering a $50,000 reward, authorities upped it to $75,000 in 2020, signaling just how badly they wanted to close the case on one of Toronto's most shocking acts of gun violence. Their desperation paid off. On July 28th, a little over a month after police announced the $75,000 reward, officers from the Integrated Gun and Gang Task Force received a tip about firearms at a property near Highway 48 and Stouffville Road. With reinforcements from the Emergency Task Force, police executed a search warrant at 132 Spofford Drive, uncovering a loaded Taurus .40 caliber handgun, 14 rounds of ammunition, 2 overcapacity magazines, approximately 1 ounce of cocaine, and $6,000 in cash. But it wasn't just about the contraband. Inside the residence, officers arrested 5 people, including 2 high-profile fugitives. The first was Alexander Fountain, a.k.a. Bang 5, a Parma Court-based gang member and Top Gunna's close friend, who had been on the run since 2017. Fountain later pleaded guilty to second-degree murder in the 2016 shooting of Humber College student Samatar Farah and was sentenced to life in prison in 2021. The second was Top Gunna himself. After more than 2 years on the run, he was finally in police custody, facing 10 serious charges, including 2 counts of attempted murder and conspiracy to commit murder. To top it off, he also had outstanding warrants in Peterborough for drug offenses and in Durham for gun charges. And just like that, the hunt for Toronto's most wanted rapper was finally over.
Wow.
For over 2 years, Top Gunna had managed to evade capture, weaving through a network of connections and staying just out of reach. But the long arm of the law, bolstered by a $75,000 reward and relentless investigation, eventually caught up with him. The moment marked the end of a citywide manhunt that had gripped Toronto, offering a sense of closure to a community and a family scarred by the violence of that June afternoon. His arrest was a stark reminder that justice, though delayed, was inevitable. Top Gunna's trial was a pivotal moment in Toronto's fight against gun violence, drawing significant public and media attention. The trial, which began following his arrest in July 2020, delved deeply into the events of the playground shooting and the actions that led to 2 young sisters being gravely injured. Top Gunna pleaded guilty in early October of that year to attempted murder and 2 counts of aggravated assault. This plea avoided a lengthy trial and placed the focus on sentencing. During the court proceedings, the prosecution painted a chilling picture of the rapper's disregard for human life, highlighting the brazen decision to open fire in a playground filled with children. The defense also acknowledged the gravity of the crime, but emphasized TG's youth and the difficult circumstances of his upbringing, seeking leniency in sentencing. But when victim impact statements were read in court, the trauma endured by the injured sisters and their family left the courtroom heavy.
The young toddler said, "When I got shot, She quoted, "When I got shot, I felt sad because no child should have to pay the price for gun violence, and the way I felt sad, and 1 minute I was then I was 123 Warzone. I was then when I looked down, I saw my right leg bleeding, so I screamed for help, and that all I remember. That's all I remember when was in the ambulance."
With emotion. Being a father himself, Top Gunna was also left emotional. Before being sentenced, he took the opportunity to address the courtroom. "I love kids, and what I did was horrendous, and I am ready to face the consequences," he told the court. When it came time for sentencing, the Crown pushed for 15 years, while the defense fought for 10. In the end, on October 29th, 2020, Top Gunna was handed a 13-year sentence.
13.
If he serves the full term, he won't be out until 2033. However, in Canada, violent and repeat offenders only need to serve 2/3 of their sentence before they're eligible for parole. If granted, Top Gunna could be back on the streets as early as 2028. While his talent is undeniable, Top Gunna's career is a stark reminder of how street life can overshadow raw potential, a story all too common in Toronto's rap scene. Despite this, his influence on the underground remains undeniable, with his name still mentioned among the city's most authentic lyricists whose talent was ultimately derailed by street politics.
Wow. It's unfortunate. 13 years prison sentence, 2020. It's was given 10 years prison sentence. Wow. He was released, conditions, sometimes before, but then arrested again, February 25. Oh my god. I feel like I've seen Trizzy somewhere. Right. I don't know. Shooting, arrested, gun and drug charges 2 months after he was released on bail, then arrested again, 2019 regulation, for shooting in Sarburg. Then 2022 he was charged with accessory murder after the fact in addition to the murder of 18-year-old Alexander who? Tobin. As of making of this video, Trizzy is out of condition and has been I cannot read for it. And has since become a TikToker. Hold on. I want to end this video, but has since become a TikToker. From what I've seen to the end, has become a TikToker. Oh no, brother, what? Okay, I'm done. A TikToker? Never mind, bro. Interesting video. Well, there's a lot of people who like who see in the end. I'm guessing it's because of what he became. Oh man, TikToker? I did not expect that.
I'm going hard, I need to go again. They call me slipping, fucking watch, but I don't slip again.